Hello everyone, thank you for watching the United Kingdom Speedrunner Gathering, a 2-day speedrunning marathon that's coming to you live from Glasgow, Scotland. We're raising money to support Crisis, a charity supporting people out of homelessness for good. They achieve this through education, training and support with housing, employment and health. 90% of your donations will go towards supporting Crisis and 10% will go towards UKSG's future events. Next up, we have DigitalDuck running Tintin on the Moon, and this is on the ZX Spectrum, and this isn't an emulator run. DigitalDuck brought his ZX Spectrum.
Yeah, so if you watched Tim's run earlier, he was using the same Spectrum, and I just thought, you know, I've got one, let's just bring it and run on it. So yeah, so this is Tintin on the Moon. We're going to start straight away in 3, 2, 1, go. So Tintin on the Moon is based on the Tintin stories of Destination Moon and Explorers on the Moon. It's, when I say based on, it's very, very, very loosely based on them, because basically nothing that happens in this game actually happens in those stories. The first thing we're going to do is, in this space section, we're going to collect some red and yellow orbs. I'm actually going to collect some extra yellow orbs just for safety. The way it works, you have to collect 10 red orbs to move on to this section, the ship section. And the yellow orbs just give you health. That's basically how the game works. The ship section, this section is the main meat and potatoes of the game. You have Colonel Jurgen there, who's running around and setting things on fire, and he's also planting bombs. And you have to find a fire extinguisher, spray him, and put out all the fires and disarm all the bombs. And then we go back to the space section, and we repeat this 5 times until we get to the moon. It's about as simple as it gets, really. One thing this game does have that a lot of the other versions of this game doesn't is full scrolling. And it's quite impressive, considering it's a Spectrum game, to have any sort of scrolling whatsoever, let alone with full colour. So it's a nice looking game for the Spectrum, I think. So back onto the third space section, and I missed all of the orbs there. So we do have asteroids here we're supposed to avoid, much like in Star Fox we've just seen. This one, it's slightly easier and slightly less painful if we crash into an asteroid though. Oh, and okay. That's fine, we normally crash into him. So the Colonel Jurgen always moves in the same route every time, so I know I can wait here and wait for him to go past before I pick up the fire extinguisher. The fires are in a random position, so we kind of have to react to where they are. But the bombs are in the same position every time as well. So yeah, I'm playing this on my actual ZX Spectrum. It is the Spectrum I owned as a kid. It's been refurbished slightly, and it's been modded to allow full output to HDMI, or rather it's SCART and into HDMI. But we've also added an SD card reader, because originally you'd have to have loaded this game from tape, and that takes a few minutes, and it's incredibly unreliable, and we especially don't want to have to wait for that when setting up a marathon. So I have an SD card reader. We just plug it in, load the game up, takes a couple of seconds, and we're straight in. It's really easy to set up a Spectrum emulator. You literally just download one of the many allowed emulators, and you can just load the game straight up. All of the BIOS is always included because it's freely available, provided by Amstrad, who currently own the BIOSes. And most of the games are also freely available. Most of them have been cleared for release by the original publishers. So there's literally no reason not to run these, apart from the fact that you think the games are a bit crap. I guarantee you'll find one you like. So we are onto the final, well, the final pair of levels. So this is the 5th space section. Again, we have to collect 10 red orbs. And we're going to collect some yellow ones just for health. We actually don't need any extra health, we've got plenty, but I can't really do anything. If there's no red orbs there, I missed that one, that's fine. I'll get these ones. Give me red. There we go. Okay. So this is the final ship section. We have to get five bombs. So the first level there's 1 bomb, second level 2 bombs, and so on. I was saying this was based on Destination Moon and Explorers on the Moon. At no point in either of those comics does Tintin actually put out any fires or disarm any bombs or spray anyone with a fire extinguisher. So I'm not quite sure where they got this idea from, but it's game logic, I guess. Oh, yeah, I messed that one up. That's fine. Let's go up here and just take them out from here. Okay. Played that a bit safer than I needed to. Was there a fire up there? There wasn't. Okay. Down here. So you can tell how many fires left in the level by how quickly the health is going down. So at the moment it's going down by 50 units each time, which means there are 5 fires. Every time I put out a fire, that decrease will slow down. So now it's going down by 40. So it's 4 fires. 3 fires. 2. 1. And where's the last one? There it is. 0. So final space section. We only have to collect 3 red orbs, and time is when we collect the final red orb. So that's 1. That's 2. And that's time. Tintin's made it to the moon. So the game's called Tintin on the Moon, and when we actually get to the moon, we just end. So there's no Tintin on the moon at any point. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like that, check out my channel, twitch.tv/DigitalDuck. If you enjoy Spectrum games in general, you'll see another one in a second. Check out Speed from Spec Running, which is a Discord channel where we talk about all sorts of Spectrum games and how to speedrun them. So,
fantastic. Thank you very much, DigitalDuck. We have a couple of donations with messages for Argic off the back of his run. We had $5 from James McLeod, who says, "Never give up. Trust your instincts. You've grown so much, Argic." And then we also had $10 from Big the Dave, who said, "I've seen any percent, low percent, and 100% runs. I've never seen a 50% run before." Thank you very much for your donations. Please keep them coming, and we will be back after an intermission.